EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martich here with your outlook for November 18th, 2024. It is Monday. We are back to work. Kinsley's Family Market in Broadheadsville, Monroe County, Pennsylvania sponsors the Monday video forecast. Turkey stuffing, sweet potatoes, and pumpkin pie are things that we can all agree on. Stop on into Kinsley's ShopRite and find your favorites for this Thanksgiving holiday, which is coming up very soon, actually 11 days from today. Their catering department, meat room, produce, seafood, and fresh bakery are all ready and eager to please. And remember, as is the ShopRite tradition, spend $400 between now and Wednesday, November 27th, which is the day before Thanksgiving, and qualify for a free turkey or ham. It's time to give thanks for family, friends, and community. They are Kinsley's Market in Broadheadsville, Monroe County, Pennsylvania, proud sponsor of the Monday video forecast. So not a bad weekend. We had a little breezy conditions here on Saturday, and I was out there chasing my tail trying to collect the leaves blowing in my yard from the neighbor's house. I had already cleaned up the leaves before, and it would all deposited right back in my yard again. So I did that for a couple hours on Saturday, trying to chase these leaves down. But we did finally get them bagged and ready to go. And then Sunday we put up Christmas lights because I know it was going to be warm, so or at least mild enough to put it up when I'm not freezing my stones off trying to put these lights up when it's freezing cold out. So I decided to do it yesterday, and they are up, and that's done. So hopefully you had a productive weekend, whatever you were doing, and enjoyed yesterday. You're going to enjoy today too, even if you're off today. It's a good thing because it's going to be any more early morning clouds this morning will give way to mostly sunny skies. You see above me temperatures there 62 to 66, so it's quite nice. What we're going to be dealing with today. A little breezy, though, not quite as breezy as Saturday was when I was chasing my tail with the trying to get these leaves that are blowing around my yard. But it will be about 10 to 15, some gusts about 20 miles per hour. We can see that here on the RDPS. We can see these are peak gusts. This is accumulated peak gusts through the afternoon. It's not a whole lot, 10 to 15, gusting to 20, 21, maybe 22. You might get to 25 up here in the Poconos, but in the Pocono Plateau, but this is not the same as what it was a couple days ago. So not quite as breezy, and this is just that front moving through. That's why it's so mild today ahead of that front once it moves through. We're not quite as mild here on Tuesday, but we are partly cloudy and still mild. It's just going to be a little bit lower. You see the temperature above me, 56 to 62 is the temperature spread for Tuesday. So still not bad. It's still above normal for this time of year. And then we have this next system coming at us. There's a frontal boundary that kind of falls apart here, and then there's this big upper level low that's going to spawn this surface low here in western Pennsylvania. This is going to be Wednesday evening. So Wednesday is going to be a mostly cloudy, then becoming overcast type day. I don't think you're going to get too much precipitation until you get into the evening hours. And then you can have that upper level, closed upper level low that's going to spawn the surface low, which is going to rapidly intensify. And it's going to get quite strong here in northwestern Pennsylvania. And then there's going to be an included front with this that moves through and brings some periods of rain overnight. So showers in the evening are going to be involved in the steady periods of rain overnight. This is going to be much needed. This is a much-needed godsend, really, because we really need this rain. And we're looking at generally a half inch to an inch of rain, possibly. Some areas even more than that. So this is going to be pretty nice. The best chance for the most rain is going to be in the northern half of our region, though, because we have, or at least the higher end of those totals. I think you're going to get like a half inch everywhere. But it's just going to be the higher end of that total, or even exceeding that would be in our northern areas, because we're going to have low pressure. Here's the main low pressure right here. There's a low pressure that's going to form right about here. So there's an occluded front in between these two. And this handoff to the secondary low here is going to, once that takes over, it's going to increase the rainfall intensity here on the eastern side as this moves through, it looks like. And pretty much everything is on that same idea as this moves through, and this secondary is the one that takes over and develops on Thursday morning as this we have any morning showers coming to an end. Now, here is the NAM is doing pretty much the same thing. It has that same thing with the occluded front idea. Here's the main low pressure right here, and it's handing off to this low pressure right here. So it's doing the same thing, occluded front in the middle, and that's where you get your added lift and therefore some added precipitation. In terms of total precipitation, this is what the European model has. And again, this might be a little bit high, but this is some of these places. Actually, it's showing an inch or greater. Anything in this yellow north of that line there, and this is all inch and a half stuff up in here. That would be great. That would be fantastic. We could certainly deal with that. But you notice that areas further south aren't getting quite as much, and that's because that low pressure is developing late, and before that handoff takes place, you'll still get over a half inch, I think, in our southern areas, but The best potential is going to be once you get up closer to I-78 and then points north with this particular system. So might not be quite this high here. That'd be great if it is. And we'll look at this throughout the week and see where we trend as far as rain totals. But this is all going to be rain from this. However, once this system moves, the secondary takes over up here to the north, there is going to be some, I'm going to move this over to a precipitation type map here just so you can see what this is doing. And this is interesting because we talked about this at the end of last week, that there could be some snow or rain changing to snow or rain-snow showers or something like that here at the end of the week. That is still on the table, especially up for the higher elevations. And it's really focusing on that on Thursday morning before this thing pulls away. But look, these snow showers get pretty far south. So you're going to have rain and snow mixed all the way down into like east central Pennsylvania. Maybe back down to like the I-78 corridor. We could get that, but you're going to have accumulating snow, it looks like, if you get into the higher elevations of the Pocono Plateau, and that's going to be overnight Thursday night and again on Friday. Here's Friday, at least Friday morning. Then you have that'll be some rain showers after that point. Might even have a shower left over here on Saturday. But this is not a lot of precipitation once that initial wave moves through. That's your bulk of it. Once this other stuff coming through here is not really heavy, particularly heavy. It's just this is a dynamically cooled process here because you have an upper level low sitting here co-located with this strong area low pressure. You have some precipitation coming around the backside, and the upper levels are very cold. So even if the temperatures are 40, 42, you could still have it snowing, physically snowing. Maybe not sticking too well in the lower elevations, of course, but you could have that in the higher plateau here in the Poconos and some of these higher elevations because you're not as warm. So this is not going to be it's going to be an elevation dependent type thing. It looks like for any kind of accumulation, but anything you still could see some snowflakes farther south, and everything's kind of pointed to this. GFS is doing the same thing. I could show you that too. Canadian model, they're all doing the same thing. So we're going to follow this throughout the week and make sure there's no surprises with this, or it doesn't trend colder or anything like that. But this is a dynamically cooled situation where the dynamics with this low pressure being in such close proximity will draw in cold air from those upper levels with the upper level low or closed upper level low and pull it down to the surface. And that's why you're getting snow even at temperatures that are going to be in the 40s. Okay, so that's that right there. We're going to follow that throughout the week and see where we go. Once we get past this on Sunday, I move this back to a regular map here. Sunday, we're going to have a partly cloudy skies to end the weekend, and temperatures are going to moderate a little bit. We're still going to be a little bit closer to average on Sunday, maybe a little slightly below, but we're definitely going to be below average in that Thursday, Friday, Saturday time frame. Sunday's probably still slightly below average there too. So definitely a cooler stretch coming up here, as we expected anyway. But I mean, the big story is really going to be this. I mean, that is, hopefully this holds here, because we could certainly use this. Absolutely could use this. We are well behind in precipitation over the last couple of months, going all the way back to September. Actually, September was a joke too, as far as how much we were below average then. Really had nothing at all in October. Maybe, minuscule amounts here and there in some places. But in November has been starting off dry as well for the most part, except for that earlier system that gave you like maybe a quarter inch or something. This has potential to be a lot more, and this could be a lot more beneficial for much of the area. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martich. That is your outlook for November 18th, 2024. Have a great Monday.